Before the Heights is on. We are minutes away from the first vault as Missouri and Georgia battle here in Stegman Coliseum. It's Georgia's third home meet of the season, and the Gym Dogs are fired up. Welcome to Athens. Courtney Lyle alongside 9-time NCAA champion Bridget Sloan. And Bridget, you've competed in front of some big crowds. Georgia is averaging over 10,000 fans at home. That's got to help them.
Oh, that's huge, and it helps tremendously. I don't think the fans really realize how important they are to the athletes. They are the ones that give them that support, that confidence. It's amazing competing in front of that many people all the time.
Both of these teams are coming off of losses, but as we know, it's really your average score that matters most, not your wins and losses. But both of these teams looking to build in this meet as the season goes along.
Exactly. And another thing to add in there, confidence. Yeah. These meets build confidence. They make sure that these girls are ready for that postseason, SECs, regionals, and then hopefully that national title.
Well, it is a sellout here inside Stegman. It is going to be a good one. We've got a good meet here, but looking at the upcoming schedules for both of these programs, it doesn't get any easier. In the SEC, it's always going to be tough.
It is, and they have got some tough schedules for both teams. Both are going up against LSU, Florida, who are ranked in the top 5 right now. But again, these are all opportunities to grow and build and get that confidence that they need for postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be in some pressure situations as the season goes along, but that should only help them when everything is on the line at the end of the season. Well, we are moments away from the first vault. Let's get you to PA announcer Alan Tibbetts inside Stegman Coliseum.
Georgia fans, it is Alumni Day at Georgia Gymnastics. At this time, please direct your attention to the vault runway and join us in welcoming back former Gym Dog alumni.
She's something to behold.
Please welcome back the undefeated 1993 NCAA champion Georgia Gym Dogs. In Corvallis, Oregon, the Gym Dogs became the first team to ever score a 198 en route to winning the program's third NCAA title. The Gym Dogs set NCAA records on vault, bars, and floor, with Heather Stepp claiming the NCAA vault and floor titles, and Agina Simpkins winning the NCAA bars title. Head coach Suzanne Jacqueline-Liebern was named the NCAA Coach of the Year, and 7 Gym Dogs earned All-America honors. The 1993 Gym Dogs also won the program's 5th SEC title, as Hope Spivey and Agina Simpkins tied for the SEC vault title. Lori Strong won the SEC bars title. Spivey and Stepp tied for the SEC beam title, and Spivey also claimed the SEC floor titles. Heather Stepp was also named the first ever SEC Gymnast of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1993 SEC and NCAA champion Gym Dogs. The 1998 Gym Dogs won the program's 4th NCAA championship with a score of 197.725. Kim Arnold claimed the NCAA all-around title for the 2nd consecutive year and tied with Jenny Beathard for the NCAA beam title. Karen Litchie won for the NCAA floor title, with a total of 9 Gym Dogs picking up All-America honors. The 1998 Gym Dogs won the program's 9th SEC title, as Arnold was awarded SEC Gymnast of the Year. Karen Litchie claimed the all-around vault, bars, and floor titles, with Kathleen Shreves winning the beam title at the SEC Championship. Arnold was named the Honda Award winner for the nation's top female gymnast for the 2nd year in a row. Suzanne Jacqueline-Liebern was named the NACGC Coach of the Year, and assistant coach Doug McGavin was named the NACGC Assistant Coach of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1998 SEC and NCAA champion Gym Dogs. In front of their home fans, the 2008 Gym Dogs won their 4th straight NCAA title and 9th in the program history. Head coach Suzanne Jacqueline-Liebern entered the Super 6 with 799 career wins and posted her 800th victory at that meet. Grace Taylor won the NCAA title on balance beam, and Courtney McCool won the NCAA title on floor. Katie Heenan, Nikki Childs, Tiffany Tolnay, Taylor, Marcia Newby, McCool, Cassidy McComb, and Hillary Morrow all earned All-America honors. The 2008 Gym Dogs were also SEC champs, with Cassidy McComb earning SEC Freshman of the Year honors. Katie Heenan was named the 2008 Honda Award winner, and head coach Suzanne Jacqueline-Liebern was named SEC and NCAA Coach of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2008 SEC and NCAA champion Gym Dogs.
My worries seem to cut through the fog and the haze, but the light.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please turn your attention to Tunnel 2. The Gym Dogs are excited to welcome back breast cancer survivors to today's meet. Please stand and give them a warm welcome. And now please remain standing as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed today by the Timothy Road Elementary School Roadrunner Chorus, directed by Laura Marlowe. Thank you again to the Timothy Road Elementary School Roadrunner Chorus. Thank you to Georgia Power for today's light show. Learn ways to save on your energy bill this winter by visiting georgiapower.com/tips. Georgia Power is the official power source of the Georgia Bulldogs. And now, fans, it is time to begin this afternoon's meet. Let's start with a nice, warm Georgia welcome for our visitors, the Missouri Tigers. Introducing for Missouri, a freshman from Spring, Texas, Belle Gatula. A junior from Birmingham, Alabama, Brooke Kelly. A senior from Atlanta, Georgia, Kennedy Harris. A senior from Garland, Texas, Tia Albritton. A senior from Knoxville, Tennessee, Shauna Miller. A junior from Mesa, Arizona, Allison Bauer. A redshirt sophomore from Oberlin, Missouri, Morgan Porter. A junior from Ozark, Missouri, Brittany Ward. A sophomore from Lehigh Acres, Florida.
A lot more than gymnastics today inside Stegman Coliseum. It's the annual Pink Meet. We are honoring breast cancer survivors and fighters as Georgia is home for the third time this season. They're getting ready to take on Missouri in front of a sold-out Stegman Coliseum. It is going to be a lot of fun in Athens on this Saturday afternoon. Top 25 battle in the SEC again. No surprise there. Courtney Lyle alongside 9-time NCAA champion Bridget Sloan. And Bridget, both of these teams have already faced adversity this season. Gigi Marino and Becca Schugel out with season-ending injuries. That's tough on a team.
It is tough on a team, and it's not something any team wants to have happen, but it does. And you have to move forward, and having your teams back, that is so important in a situation like this. And both these teams are really having to find that depth and find that confidence in themselves, knowing that just because their teammate may be out, that doesn't mean they are.
Both of these teams took the approach this season to start a little bit slower out of the gate and build as the season goes along. But talking to both coaches, now is the time to keep building.
Absolutely. You should never stop building. And I think it is so important that both of these teams, they have the ability to be so great, and they just need to pace themselves. Again, not coming out of the gates too fast. It's not the easiest thing to do. As a coach, you want your team to do so well, but you have to trust the process.
Courtney Capets-Carter in her first season back at her alma mater, and they kind of have a short lineup. We're going to see 2 events today where they're only competing 5. That'll be on vault and on floor, but they don't talk about that with their team. There's no extra pressure.
No, and that's exactly how it should be. Obviously, you do not want to put any extra pressure on your team, but as we see here, going up with 5, that means that all 5 scores are going to have to count. You don't have that 6th spot that you can lean on just in case of a mistake. But at the same time, these girls know that they're capable of doing great things. They know that they are capable of making this vault lineup the best vault lineup they can do.
And it's nothing new for Georgia. They've done this all season, and so they are used to that and what that feels like. They just want to go out there and hit. Well, it's going to be really exciting to see both of these teams in action, trying to rebound off of both meets last week that weren't ideal, but really wanting to build, as you said, build that confidence up.
Exactly, and coming off of a loss, it's hard, but it's okay. It's okay, again, as we've talked about, building and just knowing that it's a long season. You're going to have wins, you're going to have losses. Both teams, again, as I've said, are capable of putting up those big scores, and both teams are going to honestly do great things tonight. Watching them in warm-up, they were on it.
Warm-ups are underway here in Stegman Coliseum. First vault is coming up. It will be the Gym Dogs on vault first. We will see Sabrina Vega leading things off for Georgia when we come back as they get ready to battle Missouri here in Athens. The way as the Gym Dogs get ready to host Missouri. They are fired up. A good crowd on hand for this Saturday afternoon gymnastics meet. Courtney Lyle, Bridget Sloan with you, and we're going to see Sabrina Vega leading things off for Georgia on the vault. Remember, they will only vault 5.
They are going to only vault 5, as you just said, and you know what? All 5 vaults are going to have to count. And again, they are used to this pressure. Not that it is foreign pressure to them, but being in front of this home crowd should definitely pump them up.
You can compete as many as 6 and count the top 5 scores, but Georgia only going with 5. Here's Sabrina Vega.
Your Chinko full, great vault for Sabrina. This is the first season that she is competing vault. She really just is building that confidence and building up those reps. And here we see her. Big block, slight knee bend and leg separation, but overall, great start for the Gym Dogs.
Yeah, talking to her yesterday, she was like, I can't remember the last time I vaulted. She didn't vault as a freshman, and now as a sophomore, she's added it.
And that is so crucial to a team to just be able to be added to a lineup like that.
Aspen Tucker will lead things off on bars. She is the only all-around athlete for Missouri, so we'll be calling her name a lot.
And Aspen is a great bar worker. Beautiful handstand. Into her hike Jaeger, great hike. Doing a great job showing off all of her technical handstands and toe points, everything. Double tuck dismount, slight hop on the landing, but that was a great start for Missouri.
Tucker, season high is a 9.8.
And with this release, slight leg separation, but great control catching the bar. She knew exactly where she was.
Back over on vault for Georgia, Sabrina Vega starting things off with a 9.8. That'll bring us to Marissa Oakley, a freshman, and she's really building up her confidence.
She is, and that's what these meets are for, and she is taking full advantage of that. Watching her in warm-up, she did a really good job of really focusing on the landing. Let's see what she does here. Yurchenko full. Slight hop on the landing, but great amplitude, great height. She should be really proud with that ball. Gets her hands back. Great height. Not as quite the distance. You want to see her move back a little bit more and be a little farther from that vault, but great vault for her.
Yeah, you love to see the smile on her face. And by the way, she follows that score from Vega. That was a career high for her.
Always something you want to have happen in a lineup. It can only get better from here.
So Aspen Tucker was the one to lead off Missouri on bars. Her score a 9.825, and that will bring us to Brooke Kelly. Made her first appearance on bars last week, a 9.675 against Alabama.
Definitely room for improvement for her, but as we've been talking about, building, scaling back and building, this is a great opportunity for her to show off. Great Pike Jaeger. Good handstand. All she's got left is this dismount. Huge double layout. Now that's a stick if I've ever seen one. Great job. Watching this double layout in warm-ups, it is textbook. Beautiful height. Finds that landing, just does not move at the end of that. Great job by Brooke.
So far, Missouri coming out really strong. Coach Shannon Welker wanted them to be a lot more focused in warm-ups. I think it's paying off.
Absolutely.
Rachel Dixon, one of two all-around competitors for Georgia, now making her first appearance on the afternoon on the vault.
Yurchenko full. Wow. Really try to get that stick. We're going to have to see what the judges think about her lifting that foot up. But great height. Great distance from the vault. She's not quite sure what to do there. She lifted that foot up, but Georgia has been really working on their vault lineup, being more aggressive and having more amplitude, which again will help build that confidence.
Brooke Kelly with a 9.8 on bars for Missouri, and that'll bring us to Tia Albritton, competing on bars and beam.
And she is a senior. She is a seasoned veteran. Beautiful Jaeger right there. Good handstand. Little messy in the legs. Double back, slide step. Great routine for Tia.
So back over on vault, Rachel Dixon tied her season high with a 9.85.
Well deserved.
That brings us to Lauren Johnson, and you're going to watch, she gets great height on this vault.
Lauren Johnson.
She is a competitor. Yurchenko full. Wow. Slight hop on the landings. I really want to see these gym dogs really focus on the landings a little bit more, but they are truly working on the height, the distance. The landing will definitely come later. Huge block off the horse, sees that landing, hikes it down just a little bit. But she should be very happy with that ball along with her teammates.
Back her over on bars for Missouri. It'll be Shauna Miller. She was leading off this event, but they've moved her to the middle of the pack, and it's nice to have consistency in the middle of your lineup.
It is, and again, Shauna is used to starting off, so this should be a very low pressure situation for her being in the middle of the lineup.
She's following a 9.775 from Tia Albritton.
Beautiful handstand. Tight Jaeger, a little close there, but recovers very well. Just didn't have enough juice for that bail. She's got 30 seconds to get back on the bar from the time her feet hit the mat.
The chance to take a breath and go right back to it.
Say, Coach Shannon was over there making sure she was ready to go. Double layout dismount. Great ending to it. I know that's obviously not what she wanted to have happen, but she did her best. And she stuck that dismount. I mean, that's the last thing the judges are going to see. And you just see she just doesn't have enough energy on that bail.
So Missouri is competing 6 on bars. They'll hope to drop that score. And here comes Sydney Sneed. Now she was working on a double full.
That's right. She was working on that double full, which was a 10.0 start value. Let's see what she does here. Yurchenko full. Her warm-ups were, she looked a little rattled in warm-ups, so playing it safe today with the Yurchenko full.
Sneed following a 9.825 from Lauren Johnson. And that, remember, Georgia only competing 5 on vault, so that is it.
And here, great amplitude. You can tell she can do that Yurchenko double, and Courtney and Suzanne both said that she's so confident in the gym that they just need to get that out on the competition floor.
So Shauna Miller's score on bars for Missouri was a 9.25. They will look to drop that as Morgan Porter steps up on bars, coming back from an injury, still working to kind of get that swagger back.
Exactly. And this is, again, a great opportunity to get more routines under her belt. Beautiful Jaeger right into a bail. She is doing a great job coming after a fall. You really have to focus in, and she is doing a wonderful job. Double front dismount with a stick. Great job by Morgan. That is exactly what Missouri needed. In this dismount, it is a blind landing. Great job by Morgan.
You notice the teal ribbons that Missouri is wearing. This is the first time that they've worn them, and it's to raise awareness for victims of sexual violence.
And I think right now that is so important to show your support and show, even in the slightest way, wearing those ribbons. That means that they are supporting those who are a victim, and not something that you want to see happen in the gymnastics world, but reaching out to all of those who were a victim and hoping for the best for them.
Yeah, we saw Georgia wear them last week in their meet with Arkansas. So remember, Georgia is done on the vault. Their score, a 49.1. That is actually a season high for them on vault. Excuse me, no, that is close. Their season high of 49.15. So now we are just waiting for one more competitor. Sydney Sneed, by the way, tying her season high, a 9.85.
Let me tell you, she does that Yurchenko double full, she'll be way above a 9.85.
Morgan Porter with a 9.8. Here is Madeline Huber to close things out for Missouri.
Beautiful handstand. Right into her Jaeger, straight into a bail. Difficult combination, but both Morgan and Madeline do it flawlessly. All she's got left is a dismount. Double layout, slight hop on the landing, but great bar rotation. Even Shauna having that fall, her teammates had her back, and they knew how to fight and knew how to do it. Here with that dismount, double layout. Opens a little bit early, that's why she had to take that hop forward, but overall, great rotation.
Yeah, both a really good start for both teams. We're seeing them start to settle in. Now, if you're competing in the all-around, has there ever been a perfect 40? Well, we will meet one former gym dog who knows a thing or two about that when we come back. Light lead after their first rotation as they host Missouri on this Saturday afternoon. Welcome back inside Stegman Coliseum. And now we're fortunate enough to be joined by Karen Lecce-Ustry. And I can't, it's so incredible to watch this. In your freshman year, a perfect 40. What was that experience like?
Man, gosh, I can't even put it into words because I wasn't feeling well that day. And our assistant coach, Doug McGavin, came up to me before vault and he's like, you know what, let's just take it one routine at a time. And that's what I did. And I went to vault and got a 10. I went to bars and got a 10. And then Suzanne came out to me before beam and she's like, you know what, just go up there, do what you do in practice. I had a double back on dismount on beam, and it was a little inconsistent, but I went out there and I stuck it. I was surprised as anybody else, and then went to floor. Right before floor, I went to the bathroom, and I looked myself in. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, you know what? You've had 3 10s. Let's just go out there and have fun and enjoy the meet, and that's what I did, and the judges gave me a 10, so it was just an unbelievable experience.
That's
and my
incredible.
team was with me the whole way.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And did you know, after you landed all 4 of those dismounts, were you like, yeah, that was a 10?
You know, no, not really. Not really. I would say definitely after beam, just because it was a solid beam routine. I felt comfortable up there. It's just one of those things when I was on autopilot the whole night. Yeah.
What do you think about this Georgia program now, having an alumni like Courtney Capetz come back along with Suzanne to lead the Gym Dogs?
It's so exciting. She has really embraced the team. You can tell the culture is very positive. It's very exciting. She has embraced the alumni, and we are here to support her all the way.
Karen, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy Alumni Weekend.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
Well, Georgia with a slight lead after the first rotation. Second rotation on the way here inside Stegman Coliseum. When we come back, Madeline Huber and Rachel Dixon will compete. Moments away, Georgia and Missouri have made the swap, and now we're getting ready to see the Tigers on vault. Shauna Miller leads them off, and in talking with head coach Shannon Welker, this is the most important position for him as the leadoff.
Absolutely. She sets the tone for the entire rotation, which doesn't sound that important, but when you are competing, that is the most important spot. And Shauna is very familiar with this spot. Your Chinko full. Digs that ball. That is a great ball for her. She is excited. The team is excited. That is exactly how you want your leadoff to do. You want them to go out there, be confident in their skill, and that is exactly what Shauna did. And take a look at here. It almost looks like she's smiling mid-run. Your Chinko full. Awesome job.
Love the reaction too. So we'll head over to bars, and that's where we'll see Lauren Johnson for Georgia. She was 2017 All-SEC on bars. That was her first full season in this event last season.
And again, being this leadoff, she was great in warm-ups, great ginger, huge height on that release. Beautiful handstand. All she's got left is the dismount. Double layout. Let go a little bit early. Small hop, a great set. And this release, her ginger well above the bar. Slight leg separation. And then here with the dismount. She is a fast flipper. Gets those 2 layouts in. Again, small hop, and I think that came from just letting go a little bit early, but again, great set.
Courtney Capetz-Carter wanted big landings and releases on bars. She's got a lot of power on that one. We head back over to vault. Shauna Miller with a 9.8. Here's Madeline Huber.
Another Yurchenko full. They're really working on that amplitude off the vault and then that landing. You can tell that they're really focusing in on just the little minor details. Right here, gets those hands back on the vault. Great height, slight pike on the landing, but overall, great vault.
So Lauren Johnson had a season high 9.8 on bars to lead off Georgia. And here is Marissa Oakley, a career high last week, 9.875.
She had a little trouble in warm-up with this release here that we're going to see right at the beginning. But not today. Great job, great transition. She has beautiful toe point. Beautiful handstand. All she's got left is the dismount. Top full-in, sticks that landing. That is going to be a big score.
And watch out, that career high she got last week. May have bettered it.
And this release, beautiful chapache right into a pack. And then this dismount, this was gorgeous. Well above the bar, sees that landing, gets those heels together.
Love to see that smile. She's getting that confidence.
Very excited, absolutely.
Yeah. Kennedy Harris now on vault for Missouri, and coach calls her the backbone of building this program at Missouri. She has been so instrumental.
She is just a competitor. She thrives off competing. Here, your Chinko full, slight step on the landing, but again, someone that she knows how to compete. She is a fighter. She's got that amplitude. She's got the ability to do such big vaults, and floor is definitely her event. And here, slight pike throughout the entire vault. Maybe see that open up later on, but again, gaining that confidence. She should put that in her back pocket and hold on to that one.
You hear the cheers. Marissa Oakley with a 9-9 on bars for Georgia. That is a career high.
And that is a well-deserved 9-9 for her. Again, talking about putting her teams in your pocket. She needs to put that one in her pocket and keep it.
That'll bring us to Natalie Vikulik for Georgia on bars. What an outstanding performance from the freshman before her.
Beautiful handstand. Giant full, beautiful ginger. Again, Georgia's really showing off that they can work on the technique and they can do it not just in the gym practicing. Won't mess up on that handstand. Tuck full and dismount. Great job. She just had a little too much energy on that last handstand. But this release, huge ginger, keeps those legs together. And again with this dismount, again, slight leg separation, but great landing.
Georgia is competing 6 on bars, so they will be able to drop one score, unlike the vault we just saw. But now Missouri back on vault. Kennedy Harris with a season high 9-8, and here's Aspen Tucker.
Pretty good amplitude. You can tell the landing came as a little bit of a surprise. She wasn't quite ready for that landing and had to take a slight hop forward, but not too shabby of a vault.
Aspen Tucker, we mentioned, the only all-around competitor for Missouri.
I love that she sees the landing. She keeps her hips open as long as she can. Great vault.
Natalie Vikulik had a 9.75 on bars for Georgia, and here comes Sydney Sneed. Coach Capets Carter says what she does in practice is exactly what she does in the meet. She has that kind of consistency in preparation.
And that is exactly what you want to see in an athlete. Beautiful handstand. Watch it right there. Beautiful toe point. Last handstand, showing those judges holding that handstand into a double layout. Sticks that landing. That was a great routine for Sydney.
She has 2 bar titles this season. That one was pretty good.
And this release right here, her Tkachev. Beautiful. Again, her toe point is gorgeous in this double layout. Well above the high bar. She's excited. As soon as she lands, she knows. Brittany Ward, very interesting ball. Round off, half on, front half off. In warm-up, she looked a little rattled. So seeing her land that vault is always good. Half on, tuck half off.
She follows a 9-8 from Aspen Tucker.
She's also one that really needs to get that confidence back. She has beautiful vaults, and when she's warming up, they're so beautiful. And then when she competes, she just gets a little underconfident in herself.
Sydney Sneed with a 9.875 on bars for Georgia. Rachel Dixon steps in. Now she won this event against Auburn.
Expect a big score out of Rachel. Huge release. Beautiful handstand work. Final handstand into this dismount. Double layout. Sticks that landing. Georgia wants it. And they are proving that they are gamers. And they are really finding the beat. Huge release. Look how high she is above that bar. Beautiful turnover in this dismount. Double layout, just maybe a slight hop. We'll see what the judges take off, but she should be very happy with that set.
Well, gymnastics takes over the SEC network every Friday night, and this week we'll have number 10 Alabama and number 5 Florida at 7. After that one, it's number 2 LSU and Missouri. Friday Night Heights also streaming live on the ESPN app.
The vault judges having a little powwow, it looks like.
So waiting to get in Brittany Ward's score. A 9.75 for Brittany Ward. Rachel Dixon with a 9.9, by the way, in her bars routine.
Morgan Porter here, coming back, as we said, from an injury last year. Season-ending injury. Trying to get that confidence back, trying to get in the lineup. Yurchenko full. Great job. A little low on the landing. She should kind of turn over the end of that vault, but gaining confidence is most important for her. She's a very aggressive vault worker. Slight pike down, but great vault for Morgan.
As we mentioned, a 9.9, a season high for Rachel Dixon. And now that brings us to Jordan Pedersen. This season, she's making her first career appearance. Did not compete last year, didn't make it into the lineup, but now she has refocused herself to help out Georgia on bars.
Good handstand. Pike Jaeger, great job. Beautiful pack. She's really showing all her hard work is paying off. Double front, great job. Oh, her teammates are excited for her. And this dismount, again, blind landing, double front, slight shuffle in her feet.
That's so good to see after she kind of struggled last week against Arkansas at 9.225. So way to shake that off. And
shake it off and prove that she's a gamer, she's a fighter. She wants to be in that bar lineup and she wants to keep that spot.
Well, Georgia should be happy with where they are so far. We'll take you back to Suzanne Yochlin-Lieburn when we come back and the program she built here at Georgia.
Under Suzanne Yochlin of what it was like to be a coach. in the college atmosphere, where it's promotions, marketing, really getting a team to buy into a program. She created this program to have the word legacy attached to it. It really was another baby to her. She brought it from 200 fan to 10,000. And so now it's not about really growing the fan base as much as making sure the fan base feels more attached to the program, making them feel special, making sure we feel like they are a part of every single routine that goes out there. And so to have her back is absolutely incredible. I will say she is so excited just to make sure that what she has created doesn't go away. And I think in the past couple years, it's definitely been noticed that Georgia Gymnastics has not won a championship since 2009. It's time for that to change. It's time for Georgia to win again.
Courtney Kopetz-Carter in her first season, and she is thrilled to have Suzanne Yacklin as her volunteer assistant coach. Who wouldn't? 26 years as the head coach at Georgia, 10 national titles, 5 in a row. She's a 5-time National Coach of the Year, and in talking with her yesterday, it's fun to be back as a volunteer assistant. She loves being with the program, and I actually asked her, when Courtney called you, what was your reaction? And she said, oh, Courtney said, should I apply for the job? And I told her, absolutely, and Suzanne helped coach her through her interview and is so excited to reestablish the traditions here at Georgia. When we come back, rotation 3 on the way here in Stegman Coliseum. Missouri by .475 as we head to rotation 3. Georgia will be on the beam, Missouri on floor, and UGA has Sydney Sneed leading them off on beam.
In balance beam, it's the make or break event. It is 4 inches wide, and watching them in warm up, the gym dogs look very calm and confident, and I know that they have been working in the gym on their beam lineup and building that confidence.
Yesterday in practice, they went through their entire beam lineup 3 times.
Handspring way out, right into a back handspring. A beautiful 3-element series for Sydney. A lot of combinations. Sydney has a lot of beautiful combinations in this beam routine.
She's such a technically sound performer, too.
She is, and she is showing how technical she really is. Punch front. So far, this is a great routine. Just the dismount. Round off, double full. Slight hop on that landing, but what a way to start the beam rotation. Taking a look right here, this punch front. Beautiful setup. Great landing. And topping it off with a round off double full. Slight hop, but very nice set by Sydney.
Missouri will be on floor, and I'll tell you, the beam makes me nervous watching it, but I love watching the floor. This is Allison Bauer.
It's the time to really let your personality shine. Double pike, great landing. Having a little fun with their floor routine.
Missouri had a chance last week against Alabama to really take a big step forward in that meet on floor. And they struggled a little bit.
And as Coach Shannon said, they're scaling and building. Round off, 1.5 front layout. Beautiful weave series. All she's got is one more pass, and this has been a great routine for Allison Bauer. Round on back handspring, double tuck. Almost a little too much energy, but she should be really happy with that routine.
Her season high is a 9.825.
In this second pass, round off, 1.5 front layout. A requirement to have a connecting salto pass, and then ending with this double tuck. Had a little too much energy there, but recovered well.
Back over on beam, it will be Marissa Oakley, who's already had a pretty solid afternoon for Georgia.
She is a competitor, and she is proving herself. Beautiful turn. Split jump into a ring jump, showing off her flexibility. Handspring layout, beautiful job. She is so elegant on the balance beam. Her artistry. Cat loop into a front aerial.
Yesterday in practice, she was working on those connections a lot, really focusing on them.
Gainer full, great set. Only a freshman, and showing that she belongs in not just the bar lineup, but this beam lineup. Right here, cat leap. Directly into a front aerial. Beautiful height, just gorgeous beam routine. Then ending with this gainer full.
Mary Nicholson on floor for Missouri. She did not compete last season, and after that rededicated herself to training, focused a lot on conditioning, and Coach Shannon Welker could not be more pleased.
And that's awesome for her, really being able to refocus and kind of come into this season with a whole new mindset. 1.5 front layout, great landing. Deep series right there, another requirement. It's fun to have all the floor routines fit each athlete's personality. Front handspring, 1.5. Pretty good set. You can't complain there. And with this first pass, round off 1.5, front layout, finds the landing.
Going back to Georgia on beam, Marissa Oakley, a career high on bars and a career high on beam, a 9.875. That brings us to Jasmine Arnold. Arnold has worked her way into the beam lineup as Georgia, we mentioned, dealing with injuries and trying to build up their depth.
Building that depth is so important. And watching Jasmine in warm-up, she looked very confident, but she had a little bit of the jitters going on. So here she's looking very calm up on the balance beam. Front aerial, into a back handspring. She is very focused up on this balance beam. Recovers very well. Round off 1.5. Great job.
Well, Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, join us for a special edition of college gymnastics. #1 Oklahoma heads to historic Pauley Pavilion to take on #4 UCLA. Former elites Maggie Nichols and Madison Koshin and Kyla Ross headline the great matchup, also streaming live on the ESPN app. There's some headliners right there you'll want to check out.
Most definitely. That is going to be a great competition.
Mary Nicholson had a 9.725 on floor for Missouri, and that brings us to Shauna Miller.
Shauna is a very aggressive tumbler. She has a lot of great height. Front layout, front full. It's a little harder to get the crowd into the floor team when you are the away team, and that's when you really depend on your teammates. And Missouri is doing a great job of cheering them on.
She's one of those seniors that has really stepped off outside of the gym. Her biggest improvement has just been stepping up as a leader and speaking up when something needs to be said. She's ready to be there for her teammates.
Leaders come in all shapes and sizes, and she is becoming more of a vocal leader. Talking about that amplitude, this first pass. Front handspring, front layout, front full. Big smile at the end.
Jasmine Arnold with a 9.7 on beam for Georgia. That will bring us to Vivi Babelis. And yesterday, as Georgia was working through their beam lineup, Sabrina Vega, who will anchor this lineup, did not work through her beam routine as she was dealing with some back issues. So they counted Vivi's score twice. So trying to talk about the pressure put on. They did that in two different in floor also.
Those are pressure situations that really help in situations like this. Great combination, switch leap into her jump, into a back tuck. Full turn, again, a requirement for balance beam.
She won this event against Oklahoma with a 9.9 earlier in the season.
Front kite toss. Not something you see every day in the gymnastics world. All she has is this dismount. Front full. Great job by Vivi. Really showing that she can handle these pressure situations, showing that this work in practice is showing in the competition. And right here, front aerial, back layout, step out, and then topping it off again with this front full. Beautiful job. Big smile at the end.
Aspen Tucker will go now for Missouri on floor. Shauna Miller with a 9.725. Tucker has 2 new passes this season in her floor routine, and Coach Welker really felt like last week at Alabama was the best performance he's seen from those 2 passes.
It was a great performance for Aspen. And here, tuck full in. Huge first pass. She has a very energetic floor routine. Second pass here, Round out back handspring, double full, right into a layout step out. You can see her teammates over there screaming, cheering her on. She's got one more pass. Double pike. Great routine.
She tied her career high at Alabama last week with a 9.9.
In this first pass, tug full in, great height, and then ending with a double pike. Sees the ground, finds the landing.
Vivi Babalos with a 9.825. We've already seen two career highs. Marissa Oakley and Jasmine Arnold both with career highs on beam. This is Rachel Dixon. And we mentioned Suzanne Laughlin-Lieburn is a volunteer assistant coach with the program. And about 3 weeks ago, she went to Courtney Capets-Carter and said, we need to start visualization. So they'll have the beam workers take a stopwatch, close their eyes, and go through their routine. And Rachel Dixon was one of those athletes I saw doing that yesterday.
Visualization is so important in the gymnastics world. Back handspring layout, step out. This Georgia team is showing what they've been working on in practice. They are all very calm, very collected on beam.
I guess it helped going through the beam lineup 3 times yesterday.
Looks like it. Back handspring, 1.5, sticks the landing. That is going to be a big score. Back handspring, 1.5 twist, blind landing, gets those heels together. Rachel should be very happy. Her team is happy. So you're talking to Coach Courtney Capets-Carter.
You're already seeing great things from Rachel Dixon as a sophomore, but the coaching staff feels like she has so much more room to grow, and that's an exciting thing. We go to Kennedy Harris now on floor. Talk about a performer.
Coach Shannon Walker said she is a clutch performer. In floor, last week she had a tremendous floor routine.
She's following a 9.8 from Aspen Tucker.
Double pike, first pass. Little low on the landing, but recovers very well. Hear the crowd.
Yeah, Rachel Dixon's score just came in on beam. That's why you hear the crowd at 9.925.
Front layout, front full. Really getting into this floor routine. She's got one more pass. Double tuck. Again, she is a powerful tumbler.
Yeah, the height she got on that.
The height she gets in, she finds that landing. Finishing her floor routine here, double tuck. The amplitude is there, the landing is there. There's a reason why they call her the clutch performer.
That's right. Well, I'd say Georgia's having a good day on the beam. They have 3 career highs. Most recently, Rachel Dixon with that 9.925. That's going to bring us to Sabrina Vega. And as we mentioned, she did not work the beam yesterday in practice as she was resting up. We'll see how she does today. She's going to do the moonwalk, the 6th athlete to do the traditional Georgia moonwalk on the beam.
It is a tradition. Sabrina was an elite athlete before coming to college, so she knows how to compete. Handspring layout, step out. Gorgeous full turn. Talking to Sabrina before the competition, she is so happy to be competing again. Beautiful combination. She is focused and she is determined. Switch leap into a split quarter. Here's that moonwalk.
You notice Michael Jackson playing in the background.
I do. I love it. Side aerial into a full twist. What a beam rotation. Great job for the Gym Dogs. The confidence is coming back. They're really finding their way. And right there, beautiful cat leap into her front aerial. And the signature moonwalk. I don't know if I could do that on a beam, but she does it pretty well. And then finishing side aerial into a back fold. Incredible job.
Yeah, Coach Kopetz-Carter wanted them to be disciplined this week. They did it on beam.
Most definitely.
McKaylee Turner is the last competitor on floor for Missouri. She's following a 9.825 from Kennedy Harris. Turner made her first appearance against Alabama, had a 9.875.
She did a great job at Alabama, and watching her in warm-up, she is a confident gymnast. 1.5 front layout. Series there. She really finds the landings. Gearing up for this second pass. Teammates there to cheer on. Not enough juice in the tank. She was a little close to that mat. And I don't know if they put it a little further than she was used to, but
well, gymnastics takes over the SEC network every Friday night, and this week we'll have number 10 Alabama and number 5 Florida at 7 p.m. Eastern, and after that one it's number 2 LSU and number 23 Missouri. Friday Night Heights also streaming live on the ESPN app. We mentioned how good Georgia did on the beam lineup. 4 career highs for Georgia and a season high of 49.375 on the beam for Georgia. So Missouri, one more chance here in a close meet. What do they have to do on beam?
they really need to remember that they are good athletes. Don't walk into this beam rotation thinking, oh no, I'm going on the balance beam, we're the away team. They need to look at this as an opportunity to show off and show that they are truly great beam workers. They did a great job at Alabama last week, and they're going to do that this week.
It's a tough environment to come into and remain focused, and that was their goal. Coach Shannon Welker wanted them to come into this meet with a very focused approach and ready to go and continue to build. And we're joined now by Missouri's head coach, Shannon Welker. And Coach, after last week's meet at Alabama, you were looking for more focus from your group. Have you seen that?
I certainly have. I think we're doing a nice job. I like the improvement we made from last week thus far. I definitely think we're more focused in what we're doing, and I was proud of them. You know, we kept it pretty simple on floor, and that, I think, paid off for us, just keeping a little continuity and keeping things moving in the right direction.
And Coach, what are you looking for in this beam rotation? It's the last event for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just same what we've been doing all night is some confidence and some consistency and just having fun, I think.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Bridget.
Well, Georgia on top of Missouri. When we come back, we'll talk to UGA head coach Courtney Capets-Carter. She's got to be happy after an outstanding performance on beam from the Gym Dogs. Well, the Gym Dogs are certainly glad to be home. They are on top of Missouri by a point, and we're joined now by head coach Courtney Capets-Carter. And Coach, yesterday in practice, you guys spent a lot of time on beam. How much did that help? You just had 4 career highs.
Oh, well, it's amazing. They are absolutely beautiful on the balance beam. They really are. And so it's beam is such a mental event. We really need to make sure that we don't overthink things or get ahead of themselves. And that's what sometimes they tend to do. And so it's just about calming down on an event that you get so amped up on pretty much. So they're doing a fantastic job, and we're so happy about what's going on right now.
And Coach, going into this last rotation floor exercise, you have a home crowd. What does this mean to your athletes?
Oh, everything. They know their dance moves. They know when to show it off. They've got the alumni here, and they really are performers at heart. And so the one I want to look out for is BB. We want the head up. We want the smile out. Everyone else pretty much does it on a dime. So we're excited for floor.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it. Courtney Capets-Carter, one of the best to come through the Georgia program. We will see her ladies compete on floor when we come back. Sydney Sneed will show off her skills, and we'll also see Brittany Ward anchoring the Mizzou beam lineup.
Handspring layout.
She definitely has a gymnastics background. Her mom, Jane, competed at Nebraska and was the 1990 Big 8 all-around champion, and her brother, a gymnast for Oklahoma.
Definitely a gymnastics family, it sounds like. Front toss right into a beat jump. One of the things Coach Shannon Welker wanted them to do on beam this rotation was just have fun. Relax and have fun, and she's doing just that. Straddle 3/4. Gainer full dismount. Great beam routine. Definitely a solid start.
Georgia is going to go with their senior, Jasmine Arnold. She had not competed at all collegiately until this season, and she was actually not with the team, and Courtney Capets-Carter invited her to come back, and she knew she had to go to work and did just that to be ready to go.
That's an amazing opportunity to have the gymnastics coach call back and kind of request her. A great opportunity to show off here.
Keep in mind, Georgia competing only 5 on floor, so all 5 scores will count.
Talking about this home crowd. Double pike, great landing. Second pass here. Double tuck. A little too much rotation there.
It is a 1/10 of a point if you step out.
Each foot.
For each step.
But in floor, you can't let it affect you, and she's trying to get back in that mindset. Last pass. 1.5 front layout. Great finish. Just a little too much rotation, a little too much power on that second pass. Take a look, she has great height. Just a little too much rotation. Teammate there to catch her.
Over on beam, Allison Bauer had a 9.75 to lead off Missouri, and now this is Tia Albritton. Her season high is a 9.8, but she's got the experience. A senior, she's been in every beam lineup of her career.
And you want your lineup to consist of a good, healthy mix of athletes who have that experience and those who are gaining that experience. Tia is very calm on balance beam. Beautiful full turn. Fighting for the landing. With the dismount here, gainer full, slight step, but she really fought for that routine. There were a few spots, few hiccups here. This front toss, really fighting to stay on that beam, loses the connection, but ends with a solid gainer full.
Vivi Babelis will be next up on floor for Georgia. Jasmine Arnold with a 9.55. Remember, all of Georgia's floor scores will count because they're only competing 5.
They have a little bit of catch up to do. Beautiful whip right into a double tuck. Vivi is just the athlete to get this team back on track.
She's a 2-time member of the Canadian national team in 2010 and 2011.
Round off, back half, front full.
Don't forget, coming up Sunday at 4, we'll get to see Oklahoma and UCLA, a top 5 battle. Should be really exciting. A bunch of big names competing.
Big names and big skills. Vivi's definitely having fun with this floor routine. Her final pass. Round off, double pike. A little low on the landing, but recovers well. Coming off of Jasmine's hiccup, she's focusing really hard on this first pass. Whip right into a double tuck. And here a round off into a double pike. No back handspring for Vivi. A little low on that landing. You see, hopefully her ankles are okay.
Morgan Porter on beam now from Missouri, following Tia Albritton's 9.65. This is the second week for Porter on beam this season. We told you she was coming back from that injury, and it's not going to be the same right off the bat when you're starting to come back.
No, and gaining that confidence, I know that Coach Shannon Walker has really been harping on that she just really needs to gain the confidence that she had her freshman year, where she was named the SEC Female Freshman Athlete of the Year for gymnastics, which was great. She is a beautiful beam worker, very composed.
They eventually wanted to get her back into all-around shape, but you got to be patient. Can't push it.
Definitely. Front aerial. Just the dismount left. One and a half, sticks the landing. That should definitely help her confidence. She's got a blind landing on this dismount. Sees the landing, fights for that landing, gets those heels together.
The smile immediately appears on her face. And she fights for it, and that'll take us to Sydney Sneed. She had a career high 9.925 against Auburn. I love her music too. It's a lot of fun.
It is fun. Who doesn't love Ed Sheeran?
Yep.
Whip into 2 back handsprings, into a double tuck. Long first pass, but she does it so effortlessly. Very powerful tumbler.
Always got that smile on her face.
Second pass here. 1.5 right into a Shushanova. Talking about being a technical athlete, all the way from her fingers to her toe point. Final pass for Sydney. Double pike. Great landing. Great routine, huge smile. I think that's going to be a big score for Sydney.
It's just fun to watch her.
It is, and that's what college gymnastics is all about, is having fun, really falling in love with the sport. And here, 1.5, straight into a Shushanova. Ending this routine with a gorgeous double pike. Huge height, finds that landing.
Aspen Tucker now on beam for Missouri, and last week against Alabama she did so well on 3 events, and this is where she struggled a little bit, so a chance at redemption right here to get back out there.
Absolutely, and showing just that handspring into a layout, and being able to really channel out the crowd is important in these situations. A huge score for Sydney, 9.95.
That's a career high for her. Aspen Tucker trying to focus as the Georgia crowd is really excited about the floor score they just got.
And Aspen is doing a great job so far. Fighting for those landings. All she has is her dismount. Double full, sticks the landing. Talk about redemption. Great job for Aspen. Double full dismount. Picks that foot up a little bit. We'll see what the judges have to say about that, but overall, great routine.
Rachel Dixon up next, following a new career high from Sydney Sneed, that 9.95. The career highs just keep coming for Georgia.
Absolutely. And I think we're going to see a big score here.
Dixon also competing in the all-around. She needs at least a 9.85 for a share of that
Arabian double front. Huge first pass. Coach Courtney Kupets-Carter talked about how they really are trying to find themselves as a team, and I think this meet is showing that they are getting one step closer. Second pass, round up 1.5 front layout. Finds that landing. Such a fun athlete to watch.
They describe her as more carefree gymnastics as an all-around competitor compared to Sydney Sneed, who's so technically sound.
She may be carefree, but she is a competitor. She is a fighter. She wants to win. Last pass here. Double tuck. That is going to be a big score for Rachel.
Remember, she needs at least a 9.85 to have a share of the all-around title with Sneed. It's pretty solid.
Let's see what the judges have to say about that. I'm not sure where they're going to take those deductions at, but...
Back over on beam, it's Brooke Kelly, and trying to build up after 2 weeks of struggles on the beam. She's following a 9.8, which is a season high from Aspen Tucker.
Beautiful front aerial into a one-arm back handspring. Straddle jump right into a sheep jump. Brooke is showing great composure. Being in front of an away crowd is difficult. Ending with a front full. Great job. Slight hop on the landing, but getting that opportunity to gain that confidence.
For Georgia on floor, how about 2 9.95s in a row for the Gym Dogs? Rachel Dixon gets one too.
That is remarkable. Huge first pass, Arabian double front. And ending, this might be one of the best double tucks in the NCAA. Chest is up, finds that landing. Now this is a floor routine to get excited about. Sabrina Vega here.
Last routine on floor for Georgia. Remember, competing only 5, so all scores count.
She loves to compete. Double pike first pass. I love how these Gym Dogs are smiling through their floor routine, their expressions. 1.5 front layout. Beautiful leap series.
I'd love to see the teammates
So
working
much
with her.
fun with this floor routine. All she's got is one final pass. Double tuck. Huge double tuck right there. Great floor routine for Sabrina. a look at this double tuck. Huge amplitude, a little close to that edge, but with that experience, she knows exactly where she's at. Georgia should be very impressed with every event today, but especially floor and beam.
Last competitor we will see will be Brittany Ward, anchoring Missouri on beam. She has the highest score this season on the team. She had a 9.875 earlier on.
She has a very difficult series coming up here. Back handspring, layout, step out. Brittany is a gorgeous beam worker. Full turn. This Missouri team is really showing their composure on beam here, not getting rattled. Cat leap into a side aerial. Just the dismount. 1.5. Slight step on the landing, but she should be very happy with that routine.
Don't forget college basketball, Arkansas, LSU hoops are coming up. You can see that starting on the SEC Network alternate channel. Georgia with a season-high team score this year, a 197. Great improvement for them.
Great improvement. They did an amazing job tonight.
Outstanding performance from the Gym Dogs. We will be back to wrap things up from Stegman Coliseum. It's in what's been a great gymnastics meet. Second win of the season. They put up a 197. Pretty impressive. They wanted to be disciplined and aggressive today. Were they?
They did just that. They did a tremendous job on not just one event, but all four.
Georgia picks up the win by 1.15. An outstanding effort from the Gym Dogs on this afternoon in Athens. Coming up next, college basketball, Arkansas and LSU will battle. We take you there now as the Gym Dogs are victorious in Stegman Coliseum this afternoon.